Let's talk about the Niners' playoff outlook. So they're only 6-4. It's like let's not throw a parade for them yet, but they're 4-0 in the division, and they've smacked every freaking division team they faced. Smacked the Seahawks, blew out the Rams twice, and now they blew out the Cardinals. So it's looking pretty certain that the Niners are going to win the NFC West, which is a big deal. Last year they didn't, and they had to play all those road games consecutively. Week 18, wild card, divisional, championship, 4 in a row. Eventually they lost. Theoretically, this year they should have all these home games coming up. They don't have to leave the NFC. They don't have to leave the Pacific time zone the rest of the season. And then week one of the playoffs, if they don't fall apart the next few weeks, and I don't expect they will, they should be at home, which is great. But what's interesting about this team is I still wonder, like they are great against the teams in their division, and they can take care of business, finish with 10 or 11 wins, get it home a first round bye. But like, what's it gonna happen when everyone's saying the Niners are the team to beat and the most dangerous team, and they have this home game, and 100% of the analysts around the country pick the Niners to beat whatever team they face at home, whoever it is, and the overconfident, fat and satisfied Niners who aren't facing a divisional opponent, they're gonna have to face someone they don't know as well. Get upset at home in the first round. I mean, I just feel like that's what this kind of team is. They beat their division opponents. They show that they can be the best team in the league. Then they feel like they've accomplished something and they're satisfied. I'm curious to see what happens next week. Big win. You went to Colorado Springs. You had this emotional victory where you just kicked the crap out of Arizona and everyone celebrated you. Well, now you got a game at home in 6 days. We got. Can you turn the page and play hard, or is there going to be a hangover? Because every time the Niners do an extended stay away from home, they lose the next week. But anyway, if they lose this, say it's not the end of the world. I'm just saying this team feels like they could beat anyone, but it also feels like they could lose to anyone, not in their division. And so I think this team could definitely go 6-0 in the NFC West. That doesn't mean they won't lose their first playoff game at home if it happens. Doesn't mean they won't win it though. I'm just saying, playoff outlook looking real good for the Niners right now. Do you think Kyle has finally figured out how this offense works? This is the best it's looked all season. It looked like he figured it out today. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. His game plan was on point. He was on fire. Thank you, Cheese. I appreciate you. Really nice. Niner fan says, Grant, I promise you, once you come back to the U.S., Mexican food will not taste the same until you go back to Mexico. Yeah, I feel you. I just want to say that Oakland really does have amazing Mexican food. It really does, and so does San Francisco. But really, as great as the food was here in Mexico, I'm not. I'm not taking anything away from the taco trucks in Oakland. Those are legit, and those are like authentic Mexicans at those taco trucks too. Come on, I don't know if they're from Mexico City, but they're legit. What was your favorite thing about Mexico? My favorite thing about Mexico. It has this like going there. You're people put you on guard. Hey, be careful, be safe. Like it's gonna be like a dangerous, violent place. It's a very fun place. Everyone's having a really good time. Everyone's really laid back, chilling. Not, at least from what I saw. I was only here for a day or two, but like people have fun here. I like it. This game today was the most fun football game. I wasn't a fan there, but people had a great time. I thought it was a great environment, and it seems like this is a lot of, I mean, great food, very affordable prices, but just the whole vibe of Mexico is let's enjoy ourselves today. I like that. Let's celebrate living right now. What NFC team do you fear most? Bucks, playoff, Brady, says Eric. I don't know. I still feel like I don't even know who the Niners are. They have this four. They got the Saints coming up, and then after that, it's Miami, Tampa, Seattle, Washington. I think we'll know who the Niners are by the end of that stretch. I mean, Philly's looking weak, not weak, but vulnerable. Minnesota's looking vulnerable. It could be the Niners, but let's wait like a month before we decide. Fair question. Cheese says, "Do you think Kyle finally got over the hump of not having McDaniel? Let's be real. That's the real loss. That's the real loss this offseason." It's a good question, and I can't say so because the Niners keep destroying their divisional opponents. It's almost like they can go in the vault and look at Mike McDaniel's notes. What did he say about the Cardinals? Oh, okay, got it. But what about when you go against the Saints and the Niners haven't faced them in a while? Or the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel's on that team and it's a new Dolphins team. That's what the Niners, I really want to do the math, but points per game against divisional opponents this year for the Niners, points per game against non-divisional opponents. I'm thinking against divisional opponents, they're averaging like 30 points per game, and against non-divisional opponents, they're probably below 20. So I'm not trying to be a downer here. I'm just trying to like put this win in context and be a downer. Sergio says Niners versus Dolphins possibly flex to Sunday night. That'd be cool. Although I don't really like night games. I like day games, me personally. Brian says, finally, the offensive genius put more than 30 points, plus points in the game again. I know. Now let's see him do it against a team that's not in the NFC West, a team that might go to the playoffs. Flave said Grant's favorite thing about Mexico was watching his BFF throw for 4 tuts. Now, Flave is really projecting right here. Heard he was spotted first pumping after that throw, fist pumping after that throw to Kittle. Throwing on, yeah, I was fist pumping for you. Flave is really. I just don't understand. I mean, Flave he's getting off on being right now, right? He doesn't really like Jimmy this much. How could a grown man like another grown man this much? And just on like a sports hero basis. Like this is just Flave tooting his own horn, and I respect it. Because I like to toot mine. The Niners face the Eagles. Who's the better play caller, Kyle or Sirianni? I don't know. Maybe Kyle. I don't know. So who the hell is Sirianni? He hasn't proven a damn thing. He doesn't look so great the last few weeks.